The sands of Egypt whispered an ancient tale, a tale of suffering, of resilience, and ultimately of liberation. For generations the Israelites toiled under the harsh rule of the Pharaoh, their cries for freedom echoing unheard. But destiny, it seemed, had other plans. From the distant lands of Midian, a leader emerged. Moses, chosen by God, returned to the land of his birth, his heart heavy with the plight of his people. Before the mighty Pharaoh he stood, a shepherd against a king, and delivered the decree of God, "Let my people go." Pharaoh, blinded by pride and the arrogance of power, scoffed at Moses' words. He refused to acknowledge the God of the Israelites, dismissing their pleas for freedom as the ramblings of slaves. And so, the stage was set for a confrontation of epic proportions. The fate of a nation hung in the balance as the will of God prepared to shake the very foundations of Egypt. The Nile, lifeblood of Egypt, turned to blood. Fish died, the air reeked, and despair gripped the land. This was the first plague, a horrifying display of divine power. Yet Pharaoh's heart remained hardened. Plague after plague ravaged the land. Frogs swarmed, lice infested, flies tormented. Pestilence decimated livestock, while painful boils erupted on the Egyptians. Still, Pharaoh remained defiant. Hailstorms of unprecedented fury, mingled with fire, lashed the land, followed by a plague of locusts that devoured every green thing. Darkness, thick and suffocating, descended upon Egypt for 3 long days. Yet Pharaoh would not relent. Finally, the 10th and most devastating plague struck, the death of the firstborn. From the palace to the humblest hovel, a cry of anguish swept the land as the angel of death claimed the firstborn son of every Egyptian family. Pharaoh, broken and defeated, finally yielded. The Israelites, guided by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, embarked on a perilous journey to freedom. They carried little but the clothes on their backs and the hope that burned bright in their hearts. Their exodus from Egypt, a testament to the indomitable spirit of a people yearning for liberty, had begun. But their ordeal was far from over. Pharaoh, his grief turning to renewed anger, had a change of heart. He pursued the fleeing Israelites, his chariots thundering across the desert, intent on recapturing his former slaves. The Israelites, trapped between the pursuing Egyptian army and the unforgiving waters of the Red Sea, trembled in fear. But Moses, their faith unwavering, raised his staff. The sea parted, the waters forming towering walls, and the Israelites marched through on dry land. The Egyptian army, blinded by rage and consumed by the desire for vengeance, charged into the seabed. The waters crashed down, drowning the Pharaoh and his army. The Israelites, safe on the opposite shore, witnessed the awesome power of their God. Their deliverance was complete. The Exodus, a tale forever etched in the annals of history, serves as a beacon of hope for all who yearn for freedom. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, faith and perseverance can overcome the most daunting obstacles. For the Israelites, the parting of the Red Sea marked not just an escape from slavery but the dawn of a new era, an era of freedom and self-determination.